Do you see the wedding show?
Yep.
There's only one, and then this is the one. Okay, so this is the registration page. So essentially, ahead of time before your event, you'll be able to share this link with, on social media, through email, to get bride and grooms to register for the event. So, obviously this is a totally customizable image banner. This is the host, or sorry, the logo for the event. You're hosted by, all of this is customizable. You can have information about the event over here. And then you've got your sponsor section. And so you've got your platinum, gold, and silver sponsors if you have them. Then you've got your schedule. So this is the content that you'll be live streaming during the event. And then you've got the exhibitors. And so these are essentially your vendors that will be showcasing their products and services at the wedding show. And so, I'll scroll back up.
In the exhibitors, does it have their contact information already down there?
No, not ahead of time. So this is just a sort of snapshot of what to expect when they come to the wedding show. And so, they'll just see who's participating. Really, it's to give them an idea of which vendors are participating, who's sponsoring, and really give them an idea of what to expect at the event. That's the purpose of the registration page. And so, I can register. I've already registered, and so it shows that I've already registered, so I'm getting the confirmation page. But if I hadn't registered, there's a couple steps in the middle where you have to register for the event. And so, I'm pretending to be Emily Thompson. And so when I click here, so in my registration confirmation email, I'll also have a link to the actual event. And so I'll actually click on this link to go to the event. And so now I'm in the event, and you land on the reception page. The reception page is similar to the registration page in that it gives you an idea of what to expect at the event, with the exception of you can have customizable welcome remarks. So if you wanted to say something to the brides and grooms coming to the event about what to expect, you do that over here. If you wanted to call something out, you do it in this noteworthy section. So again, all of this is customizable. If you did have some incentives or prizes, giveaways, something that's really exciting, you could put it in this green section over here. Then you've got your sponsors, just like the other, the registration page. You've got your schedule. And so again, these are your live streaming content that will be presented on the stage over here. And this is a shortcut to get there, as well as the exhibitors that will be in the booth, and then a shortcut to get there. I also wanted to show you this card. It's essentially like a badge or an identity card for the bride and groom. This information will be shared with all of the vendors when they connect. And so I'll just click over here. This allows me to show what I'm interested in. And these interests will also match me to vendors in the expo, so that I'm talking to the vendors that I'm most interested in. And then this information will show up so vendors know, okay, when's your wedding date? What kind of venue do you have? And any other relevant information. So
after the show, do they, on like a lead list, is it broken down? Like, does it show like they want these services? So say I'm a DJ vendor and I want to just look at brides that need DJ, and I'm only going to reach out to those people. Do we get that information?
Yeah, and so I'll show you what each vendor gets. So each vendor only gets the information from the brides that want to actually connect, and I'll show you how that works. All that's built in, so they wouldn't get like the entire list. Now you could give them the entire list if you wanted to, but really what brides are doing is opting into the vendors that they want to connect with, and I'll show you how that works in a second. But over here, I'll just update my profile and change my interests. So, I'll just say for this, I know you're a photographer, so in this case, I'm only interested in photographers. And so, when I go over here, photography is my only interest. And so you'll notice when I go to the expo, I'm going to see the photography booths first. And so, yeah, so that's the reception. The stage is your live streaming content. So this is just like a Zoom webinar, anything, you have chat, Q&A, polling. The content will be as per your schedule that you have over here. And so this content would be streamed live. that brides can come and listen in and watch and learn if if there's something that's of interest to them.
On the stage, could it be like a slideshow of a fashion show, or like kind of more of our dress vendors or cake vendors?
Absolutely. Yeah, you can share your screen and you can have it playing through a slideshow, a Google presentation or a PowerPoint presentation of a bunch of images or any kind of content that you would share through your screen. You could do that onto the main stage. Absolutely.
Okay.
And then the expo, this is the part that is really exciting. This is the part that's done differently than every other platform out there. You'll see here that, so first of all, the booths that I'm going to see first are going to be based on my interest. So again, because I'm interested in photography, I'm going to see photography booths first. Village Studios is a photography booth. I have the ability to now look at the booth slides. And so I'll click through these just to show you what you can see. So you can have videos. So if you are a vendor and you had a promo video or some sort of content in a video format that you wanted to share, you could do that over here. You can then have images. So you can have image slides, again, showcasing your products and services. So this is, a sample of the work that they actually do. This is their team. Again, they wanted to showcase their team. And then you've got a sample gallery. So I'll scroll through this. This is a PDF. So it can be, again, if you're a photographer, a sample of a photo shoot, essentially anything you want to share with the bride to show them, your work and how good you are. You can also link out to your own website if you wanted to call out your portfolio or actually show them your website. And then again, you can have slides however you want. So if you want your contact information, anything else, you could. All of these are totally customizable for
If
each
they
vendor.
click on that to view your website, is that opening a new tab and going to their website? So it's leaving the show open?
Yeah, it opens up a new tab. That's correct.
Perfect. So you can encourage them to click on that link during the show and it's not going to pull them away from you.
Correct. Yeah, it'll open up a new tab and they can either leave it there, take a quick peek. But so the idea though, and all of that's customized. You don't have to have links if you don't want to, because really what you should be doing is driving your bride to really have a chat, right? To talk to one of your reps. So I'll quickly show, before I actually show you the talk to rep, the bride has 3 choices. She can pick this booth as a vendor that she wants to connect with and is interested in. She can pass if she's not interested, or she can talk to a rep live. And so I'll show you the talk to rep part. And so if you see over here, there's 3 reps in this booth. Michelle is a senior photographer, but she's busy talking to another bride right now. So, you can't talk to her. You've got Charlene, who's another senior photographer, who's available for a one-on-one chat, or you've got Daniel, who's available for a group chat. We recommend, if you've got multiple reps, to have at least one group chat so that if 2 brides, 3 brides come in at once, you can talk to them at the same time without having, them walk away because you're busy, for example.
Totally.
So I'll jump into a group chat first, and we can talk to Daniel, who's also a senior photographer. So.
Hello, Daniel.
He can't hear you, but I'll say hi.
So I cannot hear him either, just so you know.
Oh, okay. So I guess it probably is not going to come through in the audio of the demo.
You can see him talking though.
Sure. Yeah. Let's do it. Okay. So he's invited me to speak to him in this conversation, okay. And so you can see now. I'm Emily. Hey, Daniel, how's it going?
You're very pretty, Emily.
Good. I'm doing well, thank you. I just wanted to know a little bit more about your photography studio. How long have you guys been operational for?
So with this, as other brides are coming in, are they watching your conversation because it's a group chat?
Daniel will see all of the brides that have joined his room. He can call them out, as they join. He can, and they're listening. So you can see up here, this number of attendees in group chat would increase as the number of brides increase.
So this screen could turn into like a Zoom call where there's like 5 brides talking, or is it always one-on-one?
Great question. So yeah, there wouldn't be multiple brides at once, and the purpose is for the rep to control the conversation, bring someone in, ask a question, and then Daniel, you can boot me out and then invite me. I'll request to speak. So he can also say, okay, well, he's done talking to me. He can remove me from the conversation, and then he can bring, and he can talk to multiple people through the chat. But
Right.
in the video, it's one at a time. And as everyone puts their hand up, they'll go into a queue to,
Perfect. I like that.
yeah, they'll go into a queue for him to actually bring them in. So I can show you that. So I'm going to actually click this request to speak button. So if I wanted to jump into the queue, I just click this, and now he'll see that Ravine or Emily has requested to speak, and then he'll invite me in, and then I'll speak to him. And so this is that controlled conversation. I don't know if you've used Clubhouse before, but it's similar to Clubhouse, where you can a moderator like Daniel can bring people into the conversation one at a time, and everybody else is listening. That's the model of the group chat.
Perfect.
Perfect. Daniel, thank you very much for showing us the group chat capabilities.
We tell him I said thank you.
And Ari says thank you as well. Awesome. All right, Daniel, we're going to leave the chat and then move on to another chat. So thanks again. See you soon. And so I'm going to leave the chat, and I'll show you the other alternative, which is, okay, I can get into a one-on-one conversation. So, instead of the group, so Charlene is available for a one-on-one chat. So let's request to speak with her. So on her side now, she got a request from me to speak, and so she's got to accept it. And then we're put into a live one-on-one conversation. Hi, Charlene, how's it going? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Thank you. Good to see you. Just had a question about your photography. How long, you're a senior photographer? How many years have you been photographing for? Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. And so in the one-on-one chat, it's totally private. Now Charlene will show up busy for everybody else. Charlene on her side sees all my information. She can see that I'm interested in photography. She essentially sees this entire card of information about me. She can take notes about our conversation, and she can also flag me as a hot lead. And so at the end of the event, in the lead report, it will show that she spoke to Emily. Sorry, she spoke to Emily. Emily was very interested. Must follow up as soon as possible, and she will get my contact details, provided that I pick their booth as one that I'd like to connect with. So I will say thank you, Charlene, for all the information. I will chat with you again soon. All right, bye. And so now I was able to look at this booth, learn about Village Studios, talk to them live, ask them questions. They're able to handle objections. They're able to really create leads for themselves. And so, if they've done a good job, essentially I will pick the booth as one that I'd like to connect with. So this is me saying, you know what, I like what I've seen. I want more information. And so I'm now opting in for more communication. And then I get the next one. So again, you'll see that, so garden events, they've got one rep available. I'll pass on garden events. I'll pass on the cake one, and so on and so forth. So again, you can go through the slides, you can talk to the rep, you can pick, you can pass, and at the end of the event, you'll have a list of vendors that you've picked who will have your contact information to contact you after the event. I can also look for a specific booth. So if I was interested in, and again, village photography, or if I wanted to just look at videography or flowers, let's say, I can search for flowers and see that, okay, these are the only the flower booths. And then I can jump into a booth right from here as well and look and say, okay, look, there's a rep of, let's see, there's a rep available. Zoe's the owner. I can have a chat with Zoe and pick the booth as well if I'm interested. So yeah, I've viewed all the booths, so I'm now at the end of the booth. Perfect. So yeah.
No, I really like the fact that you can see on a one-on-one chat, you can actually see all of their information. In a group chat, you cannot see all of their information like that, or you can?
You can. So sorry, in a group chat, when they're talking to you, you'll see their information. Otherwise, you'll just see kind of their name and their picture, their profile picture. Yeah, so
Yeah, just kind of take out some of those beginning questions of them walking up to your booth at a wedding fair, which is,
exactly.
hey, I love your outfit. Oh my gosh, have you picked a venue? Are you getting married? Where are you getting married? So you just lose the first 10 minutes of slow.
Exactly. And so so not only does the platform match you up to the vendors you want to talk to, when you're talking to the vendor, they automatically see the most important information and they can get right into the details.
Perfect. Love it.
So again, just back to the reception. I think I've shown you everything. Any questions about the platform or the software?
No, I mean, I guess before I jump into all of these calls with other vendors, what sets you apart from your competitors?
Yeah, great question. I mean, we're vendor focused, right? So our intention is to have vendors walk away with quality, qualified leads, and we make it super easy for them. They've got a booth, they've got the ability to host these conversations, and then they get a great lead list at the end of the event. But from a experience and interactive perspective, like also the live video, that's another differentiator. So typical virtual expo platforms are pretty old school. They're chat based. They don't really do matching. It's very much an onerous process. So I mean, this product stands out like a sore thumb when it comes to its competitors, because it's modern, it's interactive, it does everything that we recently sold an event, and when I showed them the product, it was like we built the product for this industry, right there. It's exactly for expos and driving value for exhibitors. Now I'm going to show you the vendor experience. And so the vendor will log in with the link to the event that we'll send them after we set them up. And they'll log in with their Showfloor username and password, which we would have set up with them ahead of time. And so when I log in as a vendor, I enter the event. I see the same reception as everybody else. I can also see, and you can see here that my name is Daniel. I'm a senior photographer at Village Studios. I can customize my business card by updating my profile. So this is what the brides will see when they talk to me. If I go to the stage, I can listen to the live streaming content. Now, of course, if I'm on the stage, I'm not doing my job, which is getting leads. And so while the stage is there, as a rep, you're probably not going to go there. You're going to go to the expo. And in the expo, you can preview your booth to see what the brides are seeing when they come to your booth. So again, this is the slides that we already went through, but this is what the brides will see when they come to your booth.
And they give that information to you guys when they're getting set up, correct?
Correct. We set this up with them ahead of time before the event. That's correct.
Got it.
These are the leads that they've collected so far. So through the event, as the brides are picking the booth, they're essentially saying, hey, contact me after the event. You will get my details in the lead report. And so all of these leads will be in the lead report at the end of the event. So now as a rep, I can host either a one-on-one chat or a group chat, like we mentioned, right? So I'll host a group chat right now first. And so now I am connecting and now I'm live. I am now live streaming, waiting for brides to come speak to me in my booth. And I'll just, oh, look at that. So I got a little ding on my headphones. It told me somebody has come into my group chat. I can see that it's Emily Thompson. So hi Emily, how's it going? Thanks for stopping. Questions that you have, feel free to put them into the chat, or you can press the request to speak button to talk to me directly. So feel free to ask a question however you'd like. And so I've greeted Emily. I know she's here. As other brides join, they will show up in this list under the attendees in group chat. So, multiple will join. Emily said she'll join with video. So she has requested to speak, and that's why she's in the request to speak section. And so if I click this video button, it will now invite her to speak. And so you will see that she's joining, and now I'm talking to Emily. So you can see as I'm talking to Emily, her information shows up over here. I can see that I'm speaking to Emily Thompson. She's interested in photography. Her wedding date's, in 2022 on a farm, and I get information about her partner. So, I can have a conversation with Emily right now. Emily, how are you doing today? You can ask questions, I can answer them. You can have objections, I can handle them. We can just handle, we have a conversation, and every bride that joins the room or joins the chat will be listening in on the conversation. So, you'll see them, this number grow here as more attendees join the chat. And I can close this information if I wanted more information around who's here. But yeah, and so I can also, if someone else was here, I can say, okay, thanks a lot, Emily. Appreciate your time. Definitely pick our booth, and we'll sort you out. We'll get you going. I can remove the speaker, and I can invite somebody else to speak, or I can talk myself. I can also share my screen if I wanted to share a presentation or some sort of demo or something like that. So I'm going to end this chat, and I'm going to host a one-on-one chat. So now I'm here, I'm waiting for anyone to join me in a one-on-one chat. You can see Emily has decided that she would like to speak. I can quickly see information about Emily. So before I jump in, I can kind of get a quick glance, and I can accept Emily into the conversation. And so now Emily and I are talking one-to-one. No other brides can join. It's a private conversation. It is just the two of us. I can ask, Emily, Emily, what's most important for you in terms of looking for a photographer? So I can take notes and say what's important. I can also really, through our conversation, if I see Emily as a really strong prospect, I can flag her as a hot lead. And so in the lead report, I'll get my notes, and I'll know if I flagged the person as a hot lead or not. So again, Emily, thanks so much for chatting. I appreciate it. I will definitely talk to you soon. Bye. So I can remove the attendee, and now I'm available for somebody else. So while I was talking to Emily, I was unavailable for everyone else to talk to. Now that I'm done, I'm available again. And so when they come to the booth, they'll see me as available to talk to.
Perfect.
Yeah,
so like
the
while they're
vendor.
in group chat, we can let them know, hey, if you guys have questions, feel free to ask me now. If you're looking for more of a one-on-one conversation, you can click back and look and see if there's anyone who's one-on-one and available. Perfect. Awesome. Great.
Okay, fantastic. So if you have any other questions, let me know. And yeah, I'll be happy to answer them for you.